Hello Internet, it's Zeg, and I'm back in Opus Magnum. Haven't actually played for a little while because, well, basically because it's the season of games coming out at the moment, so I've been distracted by other things. But I'm going to play some more of this now. There's also been a few patches which have changed a couple of things. Back in, I don't remember which one was, it's in the previous chapter. Back in the level with Van Berlo's wheel, where I initially had the problem of not being able to move it on a track. Apparently that's been fixed now, so that can actually move on a track, which will probably let me do a better solution. And the other main thing that's changed is piston arms now cost 40G, so it makes all the solutions more expensive. Although interestingly, the histograms don't seem to have been reset yet, at least. And there's also this, the glyph of equilibrium, just a marker that you can just put down for free. So that's what's been changed since I last played, and now I have to see if I can still remember how to do this and what I'm doing. Oh, chemical jewel. He needs to be dazzled by everything he sees. The jewel should imply obscene wealth, as jewels tend to do. Oh, that's a frightening proposition. Oh man, yep, okay. It's gold surrounded by earth and then some salt stuck on the end. You start with gold, so that's fine. And then 2 earth inputs, so one of them needs to get converted to salt. And a lot of bonding. Would there be a logical way to do this? Well, if you make a salt bonded to an earth and then bond it to the gold, you can make 6 of those in a spiral. And then you just have to do the extra bonds afterwards. Let's not try to do anything too fancy, I guess. So probably just like hold the gold in place and just rotate, pivot it around. So let's start by sticking in a really long arm that can hold it here. And then making the earth salt isn't really a problem. Probably just do it with a track and drag it into position and then rotate. Is there a way we could use one of these to move 2 things at once? Not in that direction, really. Probably better off just using 2 arms, since we're going for lazy solutions. Lazy and expensive. Okay, so grab and grab and grab. You two both go plus. Then probably reset. What's this? Oh. Delete as a hotkey. I mean, a button instead of a hotkey. Okay, so then we need to rotate this inwards. Actually, may as well just do it from up here for now. And that's also not actually in the right place. Rotate inwards, then once those two get there and drop, then we can pivot. It was actually in the right place, I'm just dumb. Let's pivot the other way, maybe. And then do that like 6 times, I guess. And the pivot happens on the 4th instruction. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, success, I guess. It does need that last pivot, doesn't it? Because there's one more bond that happens. Yeah. So you'd probably be better off to rotate it this way and then put the output down here somewhere. Wait, I'm missing the inner bonds, aren't I? So I am actually going to need some extra bonding. Wait, so which bonds are we missing? The ones that go between the Earth atoms. So where can I fit an extra bonder to do that? Like here, I guess? And then pivot one more time and then rotate. Yeah, that'll probably work. Yep, that looks about right. So just slap a reset command on it and then we're done. It's going to be mighty average, I'm sure, because it's not fast and it's not cheap. Okay, it's apparently slightly better than average on area. That's weird. But yes, average on cost and cycles, as you would imagine. Well, at least the jewel looks lovely. Wait, did she actually put on the tiara? Oh, she did. The portrait's changed. Alright, golden thread. We're making things even more fancy now, aren't we? Ball gown made of pure gold certainly would have fit well with this as a style, and would also weigh a really large amount, presumably. Okay, so we've got an infinite chain of salt and gold, and we've got gold and salt, so shouldn't be a problem, maybe, I guess. So the repeating unit is gold with 4 salts attached. So what would be an easy way to do that? So if we have one of these to do the diagonal binding, maybe piston arm to insert the salt. Trouble is we only have one salt input, so as much as I'd like to make this symmetrical, that might not entirely work. No, you'd be better off putting the salt in from the front and rotating the gold in afterwards, from like here. I'm thinking we maybe go with something real expensive, like shift 2 pairs of salt sideways into 2 arms and then track them along. That means we might not even need that. Well, I mean, we'll need, I guess, 2 of them. And then put this like here, probably. Yeah, expensive, but it will probably work. Now, what would be the best way to get 2 pairs of salt? Maybe even start back here and then just put them out. Oh wait, could I actually have these track all the way? Yeah, I probably could, couldn't I? So you'd go across one, out one. So it'd be across one, out one, and then just straight across. To about... If you go, so you go to here, wait for the gold to be bound on here, then shift 1 further across to do that second bind. But then you need to do the backwards binds, don't you? I guess you need another one of these. See, that would be like this, and then that's just a lot of unnecessary movement. You know, I'd be better off doing some pivoting. Let's back this up a bit. So what if instead of that you made... Wait, where does this go? It goes here. You did this. Would that actually work? Not exactly. Oh, these bonders. Designed for maximum inconvenience. I could put 2 bonders and then like move diagonally from one to the other. Or just straight up have 4 bonds and move through the whole chain. Yeah, let's do it like that. That's probably the simplest. Actually, that might not be able to rotate there, will it? Yeah, it's almost certainly going to collide. Putting it there should still be alright, I think. Okay, so let's start with... wait, which one of these is going to be able to ungrab first? 3 is going to be able to ungrab first. So grab and rotate and ungrab and regrab. And then some number of pluses. Yep, that's the right number of pluses. Okay, and then 2 can start here. Grab and rotate, and ungrab and regrab. And 3 pluses, I think. No, wait. Oh no, wait, of course you have to actually wait for it to get out of the way. Might only be 2 of the pluses. Yeah. And that's going to happen. That means we need to change this to be like, nope. Be like that instead. Yeah, this is going to be super slow, like really bad. I might just change this to be symmetrical just because I can. I think I can, yeah. Clearance is still good. Okay, so when do we think we can put the gold in? Well, the earliest possible time we can do it is there. Just after 3 does its 3rd plus. So let's see if it will go. Okay, and Yep, 2 still gets past it, so that's fine. Okay, so 1 can reset, and that's basically that done. Oh, I forgot, I still need the other bonders, don't I? Yeah, it's a big old mess, but that should work, I think. Okay, 1 gets back, then 2 comes across, and then once 2 gets to its 4th plus, then we can move 3 and 2 together. And then 1 more plus for both, and then 3 can start resetting, while 2 finishes doing whatever it's doing. Except 3 doesn't want to reset because this is a 6 arm, so the rotation is irrelevant. So minus, 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 minus. Oh. Ungrab, minus, 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 minus. Okay, and then 2's going to want to go 2 more plus, and then it can reset, I think. Except again, not actually reset. Release. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Track needs to be long enough to do it though. Yeah, that should theoretically do it, I think. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. What are we trying to do again? Oh right, she's trying to attract the attention of House Corvin, the bad guys. So she can get in there and get revenge, and we just want generic revenge as well. It's all revenge. The plot. Helpful. Now you remind me what exactly happening. Colvin, that's right, not Corvin. I'm almost offended you didn't realise it's... Still got to make the lipstick. Oh, there will be chaos. Everyone loves chaos. Opposing plots. You were invited for the Fortunatus Ball. A couple of other houses turning up. Oftentimes. He slipped away somehow. Yep, good old unexplained protagonist escapes. He only excuses. Well, okay, so this alchemist probably isn't going to survive. You're making a mistake. Mist of hallucination. Oh, the lipstick's not even the next level. We've got a fair way to go to the lipstick. Okay, Mist of hallucination. It was useful. Useful mannequins. Should I be alarmed? No. Or maybe. Maybe, but only a little. Okay, Mist of hallucination. It's air with lead and tin. That's, yeah, not good for you, I'd say. Okay, so we're using the upgrading glyph. Right. How's this gonna go then? Wiggly line. Is there any really easy way to make a wiggly line? I mean, we could bond to and then pivot backwards and forwards, maybe. So you bind the first two, you pivot that one down to here so you can bind the third one, and then like shift it sideways and pivot back round the other way, maybe? That doesn't seem like that's the greatest idea. The other alternative is you just do two pairs and then bind them together later. Or maybe more like put this here and then put this here. Make the bottom pair, put it up here and then bind the top two on, and then that also gives you the spot for this bit. Or would I be better off thinking of this as 4 separate segments? Like this pair, and then these two individuals. So if we were to say do this, work from this end upwards, so you do air and air like that. And in order to make this bond you need to like pivot, so that would be more like this, like that, and then you pivot back for the final bond. That might work. Then again, we can't really do that with just one arm holding the thing the entire time, I don't think. Actually, maybe we can, if we hold the second atom. So I'm going to say we might want a track and an arm, or multiple arms. I can travel along this track probably. Really I don't want to rotate, because rotating takes an extra step when you're blocking all the other arms from moving up. But not rotating means that it's going to be right there, and will that still work? Put it down to here, then you pivot it that way. It might still work. Move it down and then pivot it back in. We'll try it. So do I need this arm to be maximum length? Probably not. Doesn't matter. It's just more for my convenience of spacing so I can see what I'm doing. And also when I rotate this way it's going to probably obstruct itself at some point. Okay, so let's just make this track some kind of loop. Maybe something a little less ridiculous than that. Okay, so grab and plus and plus and grab and plus and plus. Okay, and then one can let go. Plus. And then 2 needs to pivot inwards. Let me just put that there. Okay, so that should get me to this point, right? Yeah, I guess I'm going to need somewhere to bind in the tin. Well, actually, this might work out pretty good because I can use one of these and be in the right place, I think. Because the top one with the lead on that side and this one with the tin on the other. Then it's just a matter of getting the lead and the tin to those places at the right time, which is always the tricky bit. Can't do that. Again, this is the classic problem of there not being any way to actually do that rotation with one arm. You need 2 arms at best. So 4 has to be just lead, so we'll put the lead there, and then 3 wants to be the output of this. And we'll shift 2 leads into there to make the tin, and that'll be fine. Okay. And we need the tin first, which makes sense. should I do this with 2 arms? Will 4 even actually be able to rotate like that? I mean, technically, might be better off doing it this way instead. Maybe with full length. I think that should be able to rotate past there. That one won't. No, maybe I will have to go on either side. It's 3 rotations though, it's just kind of sucky. You have to make sure those arms aren't going to get in the way, which they shouldn't by the time we're dealing with 4. Maybe. Well, let's just roll with it and see how we go. So assuming those 2 atoms are going to rotate like that, we should be able to actually fit another arm in here for this other lead. Okay, so it's tin first, so you do grab, rotate, reset, and then 6 is grab, rotate, reset. And then at that point we're looking at 3 to do the grab, 3 rotations. There's that 1 2 cycle. Yeah, that is 1 cycle too early. Okay. And then obviously we need another arm to pick up another air to bring that in. Let me just rearrange these so I can see what I'm doing. Keep the pluses in line. Oh, actually, we probably don't. Yeah, we don't want to do that yet, do we? Get rid of that. So, like 1 frame later should be fine. Okay, and then 3 drops, because we're only using 2 to pivot, I think. And then when 3 drops, 4 also needs to drop. Once 4 drops, then everything moves up again. And pivots back the other way. Wait, no, I need to drop 2 and grab it by 3, don't I? Drop 2. And then 3 pivots outwards. Yes, okay. 4 actually just needs to reset because we're done with that. And then obviously we actually need another arm on the track. Plus, plus, and plus, and plus. Nope, not that one. So you want grab, then probably plus. Okay, yeah, we're pretty much done here. I mean, we're not obviously, because we still need to bring in that lead and do all that, but that's actually real easy. So ideally we want to grab the lead 4 ticks before this plus, I think. So let's put in this, and that. Yep. As I thought. Well, I could track it in, I suppose. Let me just get rid of those for a minute and have a look at how the timing would actually work out. So you can make one rotation here to bring it to here. And then the second rotation there, would that actually go past? It might. No way, of course, because 4 is exactly where it would rotate to. No, I think I'm going to have to do a slightly more complicated arm manoeuvre, probably on a track. So let's make this real expensive. Shift it down to I guess sideways will work, like that. It's kind of ridiculous. And it does mean 6 will need to start moving as soon as it's really possible to. So when does, whichever one of those that is, 8. 8 grabs rotates, so 6 can grab there. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's the timing work on that then? Ah, just fine. Sweet. Reset. And then we just need to sort out the loop and the output. Okay, so what's still holding it at this point? 3 and 4. Wait, can I adjust that loop so it goes diagonally backwards? Yeah, I think I can. So instead of doing this, you have it go like that. So release 4 and then move everything plus. And that should actually get it somewhere where I can output it, I think. Yep, totally does. And then release 3. And then we just need to make it loop, so I need to just move everything back to starting positions, essentially. Which is just 1 plus further on everything, and we should be good. That's not completely terrible. It's obviously extremely expensive. Yeah, not bad on cycles. Not bad. The enclosed environment here is a better place for it anyway. Yep. You have a more obscure purpose in mind. You'll see. He's putting hallucination on a mannequin. Well, that could do pretty much anything. Timing crystal. Let's see if we can get this done in the next 15 odd minutes. I used to believe that alchemy could solve any problem. Can it not? Appealing, but wrong. Okay, just a giant ball of salt and some gold. Okay, but there's no diagonal bonds, we're looking at triangles. So what's the shape to work with here? 3 salts in a little triangle. Except with one bond missing. It's very similar to that other one, just with a slightly more complicated shape. It is still just barely capable of being picked up by a long grabber. So if I need to make a little zigzag, we're probably only going to need one binder and a pivot. And then another binder where the gold is, and then just put it together. No problem. Let's see. How do we want to make this shape? What would be the easiest way? Rotate, rotate. Pivot upwards, rotate another one in, and then it's ready to go. Yeah, that would work. It would require a few extra moves. Unless we put in another arm, of course. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so grab, rotate, rotate. And then you need to grab after the first rotate, do your rotate, and then you reset. And then when that not reset exactly, ungrab. Well, no, I guess it can reset. Then you reset. When that reset happens, you do your pivot, and then you repeat your bit. And another, wait, no, the reset is already included. Okay, and then something. Can we just build it off too if I rotate outwards? Not then. Here. And then put this in. Right, so where are we at? Triangle, does that fit? if the gold is here, will it be able to rotate though? Probably not. I think if I try and pivot that, it's going to collide with 2. We'll try it, see if it does or not. That may work. So then you need 2 to reset. 1 to pivot. And see if that collides. No, it doesn't. Okay. And then what? We just repeat all that over. I mean, I guess, right? Where does the extra bond have to be? Here? Okay. I'm going to need to put one up here instead of down here, aren't I, in order to be able to actually rotate the product out, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So where does this next pivot have to go? Oh, well, let's deal with this now. We're probably going to want to go from here to here and then output up here, I guess. Okay, and then the next pivot lands 4 from the end. Yep, that looks like that's going to work. Just need to put in a whole ton of repeat. Okay, so just repeat 2 another 3 times. And then put in all the repeats for this. And the pivots. Alright, how's that look? You know what, I'm going to go and edit 2 because if I use a triple or a double arm at least, I can make that much quicker. Get rid of all this. Don't want to have to worry about resetting, that's the thing. So instead of all that, replace 2 with a double arm. So instead of reset, it just ungrabs and then it can loop immediately. I think that's right. Whoop, no, hang on. Yeah, it's much better. Okay. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, there we go. I knew something was going to go wrong. We could just rotate one out and then rotate it back in for this last step. That would probably still work. So pivot, rotate outwards. That way. Step through, step through. So once it gets to there, rotate back in. That still may not work. I might have to put one on a track and move it slightly because I think it's going to collide when I rotate in this way. Oh, no, it does actually work. Wow. Okay, and then once 2 releases, then we can pivot one more time to finish the bonds. Rotate back out that way, and then the output should go somewhere like this. Hopefully. Right, let's just step that through one more time, make sure that's all working. Pivot, rotate. Yep, that looks correct to me. Shall I make one a triple arm just so that could be faster? I mean, it's like minor optimization. Hell with it, let's do it. Oh, except it's going to be a real pain in the butt to actually copy all these. Can I somehow select all on then, like... Or like copy its commands somehow? Well, never mind then. I'm not going to go through all that hassle if I can't work out how to do it quick. So just throw in a reset command and that'll be enough. Okay, sweet. How average is this going to be? Surprisingly good on cost, and actually worse than average on cycles, and average on area, as you would imagine. Okay, good. I'm sure of it now. Alchemists believe far too strongly in their own abilities. Perhaps you can inform your colleagues of this new conclusion. I'm sure they'd be real happy. Okay, and that's helpfully just about exactly the right time to end this episode. We're heading towards the ending, and things are getting big, quite large. I imagine there'll probably be maybe 2 more episodes, with these large molecules taking up more time. So, put some social stuff onto the screen, me from the future. happysalad.net is our website where we have our podcast, where we talk about video games for a very long time. Facebook.com/happysaladnet is our Facebook, and @saladcast is the Twitter. Mostly both of those are there to inform you about when the podcast gets posted. And obviously you are watching this on our YouTube channel, so if you want to see more, do the YouTube things that are required in order to see when videos are posted. You know what they are. And I will continue with this next time. Goodbye.